Against You podcast, and I'm your host, Deja Nicole. So before we get into today's episode, which is all about cultivating self-love, a journey to acceptance, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can see what I'm wearing, but if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, I am in my PJs, and I have my glasses on, and I'm going to keep being in my PJs. I usually don't record podcast episodes in my PJs, especially when I switch to video. When I just did all audio, I didn't care what the hell I was wearing, but when I switched to video, I did care what the hell I was wearing. So I did have my PJs on. I got these Juicy Couture PJs from Ross. So yeah, but your girl is sick. I don't know if y'all can like hear it, but I'm sick. My sinuses is bothering me, my asthma is bothering me, and I want to be comfortable as fuck while recording this podcast episode. Plus, why not? We're in the holiday season. Thanksgiving is literally in what, 3 days? Today is Monday the 20th, and it's on the 23rd, so this Thursday. And this episode, of course, is going to be posted on a Friday because that's when I post my episodes. This episode was actually supposed to be posted last week, but I was so busy with school, and I'm still busy with school, but I'm trying to get this episode like recorded before my cousin gets here. Well, my cousins get here today because they're coming here from Dallas, Texas. So yeah, and I have to share my room with my cousin girlfriend because she's coming as well. So yeah, she's going to spend Thanksgiving with us, and I have a lot of family members, and I gotta tell you something around my mental health checkup. But yeah, but today's episode is Cultivating Self-Love, a Journey to Acceptance. Now, this is a good episode. We're almost done with season 2. Season 2 is supposed to end on the 29th of December, so I'm so happy that we're continuing this podcast. And like I said, next season is all about romanticizing your life, and I have to plan out the episodes for that. I probably would do that this week because I don't have homework, I don't have school. Like, I have homework I need to finish because I got an extension, but I'll probably do that tonight and tomorrow night. But let's just get on to today's episode. Now, let's get into the weekly updates. What has Deja been up to lately since the last episode? And guys, my mental health checkup. That's what we're going to talk about first in my weekly checkup, my weekly updates. Now, my mental health has been like good. I have had my days, but I'm also on birth control, which can do a lot to your mental health. So plus I am someone with a single ventricle, so I do have like issues with my mental health. Like, it's scientifically proven that someone with one ventricle, like their heart, because I have one ventricle, a single ventricle heart, they can go through anxiety, which I do have, stress that I do have, and depression that I don't have. I have seasonal depression, but I don't have depression to the point that it's like very alarming. But your girl has been doing good. I have been doing well. I have been focusing on me. I've been going out lately, which is so new to me that I've been going out. I've been going out like, what, 3 times a week now, and I want to thank my boyfriend for that. I told him, I was like, you know, you're getting me out my comfort zone. I'm mostly like a homebody, and I'm an introvert. Like, if you never heard, like, listen to any of my episodes and you're new to my podcast, hi, my name is Deja Nicole. Like I said, I'm the host of You Against You podcast, and I'm an introvert. But also being a content creator, it has helped me get out my comfort zone. It's just I'm still a homebody. I don't like going out, and me just going out with my boyfriend has been the best. I love going out. I just love going out a lot now. So yeah, I have a boyfriend. I am in a relationship. I was ready for a relationship, and we just clicked. Like, there's a lot that I love about this man. So I'm happy. Now, besides me being happy, being in a relationship, a healthy relationship, I might talk about that might be a future episode for this season before the season ends, is when you know you're ready to be in a relationship in your healing journey. Now, school has been very stressful. especially that we're about to end the semester, and I am so stressful, like stressed out, not stressful, like I am stressful, I'm stressed out. I have to write like a paper for one of my finals, which I probably will start writing probably tomorrow after I do my homework for my marketing class. So I'll probably like look at the prompts and just start writing the essay for that. I think I'm gonna write 2 essays for my final exams for 2 different classes. So that is that. I didn't go to campus today, even though I take classes online, and I'm not going to campus tomorrow just because I do have my therapy session tomorrow, but it's at 1:30, and I don't know what time my brother's going to come home because I don't have my license, so he's the one who drives. So I do have a therapist, which I start my first therapy session tomorrow. So yeah, but I've been good, I've been well, I've been healthy. At this moment, no, like my sinuses is bothering me, besties. But I've been good, I've been well, I've been comfy, I've been focusing on my goals. Oh, by the way, I have a Black Friday sale going on. That is Friday. So if you follow my social medias, which is Deja_Nicole_ on Insta, you should know. Also follow the You Against You podcast Instagram, which is You Against You pod by Deja. So go follow those Instagrams. I am planning to actually put more content on the Instagram for my podcast and the TikTok. I just been so busy with school lately, and I think I want someone to help me with my podcast. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but probably next year, mid next year, after I start my job, after I graduate, if I get a nice paying job, and then I can pay them, because I do need some help. So that is that. But let's just get on to today's episode. And again, if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and review. That really helps the podcast and actually also push the podcast out to new listeners. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to leave a rating. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and also like and comment. And if you have any like episode ideas, you can DM me. I might do a special episode in the next 2 weeks before the podcast ends, just a little Q&A just for y'all to get to know me, and like, you know, if you want some advice. So stay tuned, look for that like story of me like asking for questions and advice that y'all want me to like help y'all on, because I'm like the big sister or like the best friend to y'all. So yeah, now let's just get on to today's episodes, besties, because I have a lot to like talk. Now, like I said, this is episode 19. This is like, wow, episode 19 of season 2, which we're talking about cultivating self-love, a journey to acceptance. Now, this is something that everyone, I think, struggles with at some point of life, is self-love and just to accept things how it is. I know I do. Lately I have, which is good, because if you can't accept things on how things are in life, how can you focus on your goals? How can you strive for your goals? How can you move the fuck on? Like, you have to not really focus on that one thing that you can't accept. You have to accept it, because it's going to do a lot of damage to your mental health. Now, let's get into this episode. Now, we want to know, and how can you know self-love? Like, what is self-love? How can you understand self-love? Because if you want to cultivate self-love and have the journey of acceptance, you have to understand self-love. This is like, you cannot be in a relationship. What I don't get with a lot of people, and I have talked to this with my boyfriend, like we have like these deep conversations, and I said, like, I feel like a lot of people, because he wants to date to marry, I want to date to marry, but I told him, I was like, a lot of like reason why a lot of like relationships don't work is because, one, they're only focusing on their partner, but they're never focusing on themselves. And you have to focus on yourself. So like self-love is number one. It's the big key thing before you enter a relationship. Before you enter a friendship, a new relationship, there's anything, you have to love yourself. You have to speak positive about yourself, and that means you have to know what's worrying you and what's putting you in this hole that you keep digging. Like me and my boyfriend both say, like, if we have our days that we're not ourselves mentally, let each other know, and then we would just give that person their space. And that is so true. Like, you have to love yourself. You have to look out for yourself before you look out for someone else. And a lot of people don't get that. And you have to, because how can you make a relationship work? How can you make a friendship work if you're not focusing on yourself? Like, there's a lot of like friendships that I'm in, not a lot, like I don't have a lot of friends, because I don't mind having a small friend group, but it's like I have had a friend who's told me like how they feel, and sometimes I don't like hearing their problems because I'm not their therapist, and sometimes I don't like tell my friends my problems, but if I really need to tell someone, I would tell them, and I'll ask them if that's okay, because a lot of people don't want to hear your feelings and stuff. And sometimes if you're telling other people your feelings and you are telling them but they're not really caring, you're not really like putting like yourself in this position. Like, you're putting yourself in an uncomfortable position to the point it's going to damage your mental health. So what can you do for self-love besides self-care things like painting your nose, doing a face mask, or going on a walk, or going to the gym? Like, those are like the most easiest things, down things that a lot of people do for self-love, is getting the nails and toes done, is getting a facial, is getting a massage, is moving their body. But there's a lot of things that you can do for self-love, plus that it can help you mentally and love yourself mentally as well, because your mental health is something that you should always want to care about. So some of the things I like to do for self-love is I like to read. I love reading. I have checked out like a lot of books that I want to be finished by by next week. So I want to finish 2 books by at least one tonight and one tomorrow, and finish these other 3 books. But I love reading. That is something that you can do for self-love, especially if you love reading novels. You're putting yourself into this whole nother world that the book is in, and you're imagining things. Sorry if I sound stuffy, like I said, like I'm not my best, I don't feel like myself, this and that. Another way that you can do for self-love is journal. It will actually help you mentally as well, and you can actually brain dump, so you can like write down all the things that is worrying you, that is putting you in this hole, that is changing your mood. I have to think, but whatever that's on your mind that is not supposed to be on your mind, put it on a sheet of paper. And then after that, what I like to do after I journal, or if I want to do a brain dump, to just ask myself what exactly is on my mind. For another way of self-love, I like to tear that sheet of paper up after writing it. It helps me just feel so relieved, and it's a stress reliever. Another thing that you can do for self-love is just listen to your favorite song on repeat. If you don't have like Spotify Premium or YouTube Music Premium or just YouTube Premium, just find the song and find it, like put the song title and then have it like for an hour or 10 hours, because people do that, and it's just on repeat. And sometimes if you listen to your favorite song for repeat, like on repeat, not for repeat, but on repeat, it helps those dopamines, and it can help boost your mood, and that's what I like. Another thing that you can do for self-love is go out with your friends, with your partner. You're going out, then just keeping yourself in this hole, keeping yourself between these 4 walls. And that is something, like I said, I'm not an extrovert, I'm an introvert, but my boyfriend is an extrovert, and I'm a homebody as well. But just going out and just being around him and all of that, it helps me actually be a whole nother person. It helps my mood, it boosts my mood, not because I'm out, but it's also because I'm around my favorite person. And sometimes you can do that for self-love. Now the next thing is embracing our imperfections. Now, we're not perfect, and I feel like a lot of us think that we should be perfect because of social media, but we are not perfect at all. And sometimes if you like, no, that's not the beauty standards of someone else's eyes. It could be the beauty standards of social media, but it's not the beauty standards of someone else's eyes. And you should not want to aim for perfect, because why should you aim for perfect? It's going to stress you out. Just aim for good, and for your imperfections, embrace that. Like, something about me that I used to hate about myself, but for me it's my imperfection, but it's also perfect for me, is that I have a swollen like abdomen because I have an enlarged liver, and I want a flat stomach, but I know it's gonna, I can't have that. I can't have that perfect body because of my swollen abdomen, because of my enlarged liver due to a surgery that I got a few years ago. That is something that I'm embracing. It's my imperfect that I'm embracing, and I love it because one, it tells a story, and two, it tells a lot about me that a lot of people don't know. Like, I have a heart disease, I have so many surgeries, and yeah, but you have to embrace your imperfects, because one, someone else will like that one day, and two, you're perfect on how you are, who you are. No one should want to tell you how to have your body or have your hair and stuff. Like, I was so scared that like my boyfriend wouldn't like my natural hair, because he's Salvadorian and he loves it. He loves my natural hair. Like, I had it in like a puff ball and he was like, oh, I like this. This is cute. I love it. I was like, thank you. Like, that really put a smile on my face. But I used to not like my natural hair. Like, that was something that I used to look down upon. So it's something that you have to realize, that your imperfects can be someone's perfect in their eyes, and you have to embrace that. And we just have to embrace how God made us. Like, you would never be perfect, so don't aim for perfect before you put yourself in a hole. And I have a whole episode on that, and I was kind of touch based on this, you know, topic anyways, back on a few key points. I think the last key point. But social media can really make you hate yourself because how someone lives their life, how someone's body is, how someone's this and how someone's that. And I'm not gonna like lie to y'all, like I have been in that situation where social media made me like hate myself because I was not in that position. Like I told myself, like, I wish I would have a perfect relationship. I wish I had, you know, I'm in a relationship with a good guy. Like, this is before I started dating my boyfriend. And, I wish a guy could do this. And this is like, what if I'm not perfect? Like, social media will really have you, like, answer those questions, like, and ask those questions, like, what am I doing to not be myself in this relationship, a healthy relationship? Because I'm always in a toxic relationship. What am I doing to not have this type of lifestyle? Or what am I not doing to have this type of mindset? Or this and that. And, like, you're gonna ask so many questions to yourself based on social media and what you see. But it just depends. Do you want to put yourself in that hole? Do you want to put yourself in that situation? And what I've learned is that I stopped doing that. I stopped comparing myself to social media. I stopped comparing myself, my current situation with what I saw on social media, and I kind of shifted my mindset, saying it's going to happen to me one day, and just love where I'm at, love myself. Just know that some people probably got work done for their body, or you know, it probably someone was in a toxic relationship before they you know, got themselves in a healthy relationship, because there's a lot of things that you can see on social media, and you can not stop, but like start like self-hating yourself. And a lot of people will ask themselves why I'm not in a relationship with a good guy, like, because you see that on like on social media. Would I share my like relationship on social media? Yeah, in the next 6 months, because that's what me and my boyfriend, like, you know, agreed on. But like, I'm happy where I'm at, and sometimes you just have to trust the process and just enjoy the journey. And with self-love and acceptance is enjoying the journey that you're on, and just enjoying where you're at in life, because big things are going to happen. Like, I'm so happy I got the man I got. Like, he got me a rose that died, like that died, like, it's done, like, it died. And I kept the petals. I have the petals in the bag where the rose are, like, was from, but he got me a rose on our first date, and that really made my day. And it's because he remembered what I told him, that roses are my favorite flower. But you have to, like, enjoy the journey. Do not use social media to, like, you know, to, like, hold up, because I'm trying to think, to compare your life. Like, you know, sometimes also according to social, like, not according, but with social media, you can meet someone through social media and they can tell you like what they're doing in life and this and that, and then you start self-hating yourself because you're not in that position. So what I'm going to say is just enjoy the journey, enjoy it, enjoy the process. No matter how long it is, you're going to get where you're at. Like with my business, I'm enjoying my process, and I'm about to get a big order. Like, my grandmother is going to order from me. It's going to be a huge order. So that's why, like, I'm enjoying this process of being a new entrepreneur. I am enjoying this process of being a small podcaster. I'm enjoying this process and this journey. I'm not going to say process. I'm enjoying each journey that I'm in with my small business, with my YouTube, with my podcast. Like, talking about my YouTube, someone said, like, you want to go big one day, and that really made my day, that I, like, enjoying my process, even though it can be stressful of just editing. And same thing with my podcast, I'm enjoying my journey in this healthy relationship that I'm in with the guy of my dreams. Okay, so don't like compare yourself on what you see on social media, because that can do a lot with self-love, and it can do also a lot on accepting where you are in life. When in life you don't know if those things that you see on social media are true or not, or if they really own it. So just don't believe everything you see on social media. Now, the next thing that you can do with acceptance and self-love is setting boundaries. And this is very hard for a lot of people. This is hard for me because I cannot set boundaries for shit. I'm now learning to set boundaries, but I'm about to tell y'all my position and why it's like I can't set boundaries for shit, because I fucking hate it. Like, I fucking hate that I can't set boundaries, but it's because, like, I'm a nice person, right? People see me as vulnerable, people see me as soft, people see me as a nice person, so they use that as their advantage to take advantage of me. And I hate that. And I hate that when I do set boundaries to some people, they throw a fit. They act like a fucking child. They act like a fucking baby. And I fucking hate that. And I'm learning to set boundaries, but it's fucking hard because I fucking hate explaining myself to people multiple times. And it's just like, I'm asking you, can you stop doing this? Can you stop doing that? Because it makes me feel a certain type of way, but they never get that. And this is not just with friends. This is not with just acquaintances, but this is also with family. And it's just like, you want me to respect your boundaries, but you can't respect mine. Like, make it make sense. So, and this can do a lot to your emotional health and mental health when someone don't, like, respect your boundaries, or when you don't set boundaries at all, because you're letting someone walk over you. And like I said, it does a lot to your emotional health too, because your I feel like mental and emotional health go hand in hand a lot. Then it actually goes hand in hand with also physical health, but I'm just talking about emotional health, and it does go hand in hand. And if you're not right up here, there's going to be a lot of tears falling down your face, and you're going to feel a certain type of way. So set boundaries, because it does a lot for your mental health, and it does a positive impact to your mental health. And like I said, self-love also includes bettering your mental health, so do that for yourself about this. So the last two things which I'm going to talk about is seeking professional help and personal growth and self-discovery. So I'm starting therapy tomorrow. So which I'm actually happy about. I'm excited, which is weird to say, like, oh my gosh, I'm doing therapy, it's so exciting. Like, no. The reason why I'm so excited that I'm starting therapy, and as an adult you get excited for the most weirdest things ever, but the reason why I'm excited about this is because I have been looking for a therapist or a social worker to talk to for years. Last person I talked to, I had a therapist back in high school, and that was 2021. It was actually the last, even though I graduated high school 2020, I stopped seeing her back in 2021. Then with the same, like, office company, company with my old therapist, I was trying to find another one, and then I had one, she got pregnant, she gave birth, you know, and then she quit. And then I tried to find another one, and yeah, never worked. So I really didn't have no one to talk to, because I don't like really talking about my feelings to my family, because they would never understand. So I am so happy that when my doctor is like, you know, we have a social worker, you know, you can talk about, just have therapy sessions, this and that. And that really got me excited. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Like, I literally, after he said, we have a social worker to help with single ventricle patients, I said, I'll do it. Without him, like, finish what he had to say. But I feel like everyone should seek professional help, because one, it will help you accept a lot of things that you never thought you can accept. What I mean is, you have all these things in your mind that is just stressing you out, that has happened probably years ago, but you never accept it. You can never come to accept it. Now, if you told a therapist, and you have a therapist, and you tell the therapist about this, they can probably help you come to acceptance to whatever is in your mind. Also, with self-love and therapy, it can also help you find reasons and ways to love yourself and the reason why you feel this type of way about yourself. We are in a world where people get bullied a lot, even as an adult. Or we compare ourselves to social media, like I just talked about that. So we have to have someone to talk to and be like, well, I was scrolling on Instagram and I looked at the model's body and then I looked at my body and like I don't like it. That therapist, whoever he or she is, can help you come to accept how your body is and help you come to accept to love your body, no matter what social media shows you, no matter what people tells you, because the people on social media that's under your comments you would never meet in real life. And also, if you feel like you're going to compare yourself to these celebrities or influencers or models on social media, all you have to do is just either block them so you don't follow them again or unfollow them. It's better to block them, sorry, but it's just better. But no, for real, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to help you to love yourself, to love yourself mentally, to love yourself emotionally, to love yourself need to start loving yourself, because therapy will help you love yourself. Now, self-love and acceptance can help you with your personal growth, can help you with your self-discovery, and especially the acceptance. It can help you accept on who you are as a person, who you have become as a person at the moment. It can help you love on how you become and what you did to become who she is. Like, because I know most of my listeners are women, so it will help you love on who she is. It will help you love on who is her. That does not make sense. Who is she? It can make you love on the person that you're becoming. And self-discovery, like, you are doing a lot of new things that's coming in your life, and that's going to help you discover the things that you now love doing that you never thought you would love doing, you know, ever again, but you did. So yeah, this is like a quick episode, like 30 something minutes long, but let's close on this episode. And yeah, besties. Hi besties, so that is it for episode 19 of season 2 of You Against You podcast. I really hope that you like this episode. I'm so sorry that I sound like shit right now. It is Monday and I gotta get this by Friday, so I got some time to edit and stuff. But I really hope that you like this episode about self-love, about acceptance, and just you thinking about how can you love yourself in a different way, and what can you do that is not helping you love yourself, that is not helping you come to self-acceptance, on what can you do to eliminate out your life, to take out your life, and to implement in your life. But yeah, besties, I really hope that you love this episode. You can follow us on You Against You podcast Instagram at You Against You Pod by Deja. That link will be in the show notes down below. That is also the same username as the Instagram, and not Instagram, as the TikTok. So both of the Instagram of the podcast and the TikTok of the podcast will be in the show notes. You can also subscribe to the You Against You podcast YouTube channel, which will also be in the show notes down below. So just subscribe, because like I said, I do video versions. So yeah, you could also follow me on my personal Instagram at Deja_Nicole_, which the link will also be in the show notes. And go subscribe to my personal YouTube channel, which is Deja Nicole. Or if you can't find it by just saying, like, spelling that way, is the username is like an at, because you know YouTube have like usernames now. So the username is like Deja Nicole with 3 E's, and that will also be in the show notes down below. I'm doing a Black Friday sale, so by the time that this episode it would be like the last day of the Black Friday sale. But that, my Etsy shop for my business, will be in the show notes as well, plus some other important links as well. But if you're listening to this on Apple Podcasts, don't forget to leave a rating and review. And if you're listening to this on Spotify, don't forget to leave a rating. And if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I love y'all, and I'll see y'all next Friday on episode 20 of season 2. And remember, it's you against you, not you against the world. And always go towards your goals no matter what, because at the end of the day, you're going to make them happen. And if you give up, it's going to be hard to get back to that goal. So don't give up on your goals. Keep striving. Keep going towards them, because at the end of the day, you're going towards something that you always wanted to do. I love y'all, and bye, besties.